This is the armography that's going to go to It's the Pits. Just make sure that when you're learning it that you're mirroring me, and you'll follow along with the guide sheets that I have in the folder that I've given you. So I'm just going to go over the movements verbally, and then we can do a little bit with music. So you've got It's the Pits. Whenever that happens, I just want this action to happen, okay? Like, oh man, it's the pits. And you can kind of rock it back and forth. It's the pits. Okay, and then that first solo, when you're down in a hole and it's dark and cold, choir is just going to bounce, keep their hands on their thighs, and then come up for It's the Pits. Then, when you're feeling down with no friends around, bounce, It's the Pits. Then the choir, we're going to start with no one to talk to, all by yourself. You're scared, hurt, lonely. Where do you go for help? It's the pits. Dun, dun, dun. It's the pits. And they can kind of bend their knees with that. It can be, you know, animated. It's the pits. And they can even do something with their face. It's the pits. Okay? And then it's going to go when you're really dumbfounded and your troubles are compounded. Again, just bounce with your knees. And then have your hands on your hips. Come up. It's the pits. And then they'll whisper again. It's the pits. It's the pits. Okay? Then you've got the instrumental guitar. I don't mind if they just kind of move to that. That's fine. I don't really want to do clapping, but if they can just kind of move, if they want to snap, that's fine. Again, with the choir, when you're down, just look up because God is in control. When you're down, go down. Just look up. Okay, you're still down, but you're looking up. Then come up, for God is in control. He sees you. He hears you. He knows what's going on. Okay? He is right there with you. Just clean your arms down. You'll never be alone. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make you strong when it's the pits. When it's the pits. So really, dig, and you can kind of rock it back. And dig. Again, with the choir, when you're down, just look up because God is in control. When you're down, just look up because God is in control. He sees you. He hears you. He knows what's going on. He is right there with you. Clean your arms down. You'll never be alone. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make you strong when it's the pits. Dun, 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 when it's the pits. Now, that very last part, when it's the pits, God is there. You can just still keep doing this with the kids at the pits. It's the pits. Just do that movement. And in the very end, when they yell, when it's the pits, I just want you to hold that pose right there, kind of like the strong woman pose. Just hold it, and they can do a really funny look with their face if they want. Okay? So those are the movements, and then I'll continue on with the music. Okay? And I may not do the whole song. Just enough until we get it. Okay. They can just kind of sway back and forth if they want. There you go. And then get their arm ready. They can even kind of march in place if they want to. Just pick up their heels, but not move their whole foot. So just pick up the heel. That'll give you a little movement. Again, just bring your heels up. You can kind of move your arms if you want to. have them hold that pose.
Joseph, when you got to Egypt,
That's
our
it.
next guest bought you from the Ishmael